What's going on, people? It's your boy calwu, and welcome to another episode of planetwu. Today, we will be doing a full-on review for another winter 2021 anime called Projectscard. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the video. And yeah, let's get started. Projectscard is an anime that depicts encounters and battles with people who contain tattoos called scars. The people who possess these tattoos, the tattoos have powers that is brought by divine beasts and divine gods. You know, pretty much celestial or divine beings. Powers are sealed in these tattoos, and the story takes place in the Akatsuki Special Zone, which is a lawless zone in Japan. um, for this particular anime. So, the anime, as far as like the battles and the groupings go, is split off into three different factions. Technically four, but I'm going to cover three here. So the three different factions are, the first faction that we have is Helios. Helios are the guys that use their abilities to protect the Akatsuki Zone part of the city. So they're like your regular, average, everyday civilians that live in this area, and they protect it from any and everybody. The characters you have from this area is you have AG, which is the user of the cerberus tattoo. Cerberus gives the wielders the power to react to the smell of murder and gives them ability to naturally reflect or deflect bullets. AG uses dual pistols himself and kind of use the gun kata that we've seen in Equilibrium to fight off and stave off enemies. He is a super cool character. Who eventually loses his life and he passes the tattoo on to the main character, who is Yamato Kai. Yamato Kai is a young man that lived in the Akatsuki Zone who protects his younger brother. He also uses a gun and learned how to fight in the gun kata way, but he doesn't have the Cerberus tattoo ability to further protect him. So one day he pretty much does this every day to not only protect the city, but in hopes of becoming just like his idol, the Akatsuki hero, Eiji. Which he does, because when Eiji is dying, he passes on the Cerberus tattoo to Yamato. And Yamato joins Helios thereafter. The next member is Kagami, who is a user of ouroboros. Ouroboros give Kagami the ability to change the body of whatever he touches. And with him using this ability, it allows him to use Ouroboros powers to heal and change physical properties of a person's body, in the form of healing. Also, the last member of Helios is Kazuma, who is Eiji's younger brother. Kazuma has caitsith, which has the ability to inhibit or seal other tattoo users' powers. Which, you know what I'm saying, is cool. AG runs around with a sword. That's his primary weapon. So sometimes he'll run around with a sword and he'll use a pistol too, but he primarily just uses the sword. The next, the next group is Artemis. The group Artemis is committing to maintain security and control whilst having a strong commercial presence or a commercial motive. They are set up kind of like a corporation or organization that uses their money as power and influence. And there is three tattoos that are unique to Artemis. Artemis's leader holds the Artemis tattoo. It's a girl named Azusa. Azusa is the leader of Artemis, and she holds the Artemis scar. The Artemis scar gives her the ability to change the light of the moon into any property. So in the daytime, this card is completely useless, but at night, it is extremely dangerous. Then there are twin tattoo users that fall under the Artemis tattoo. The first one is Morganne. Just like the Artemis tattoo is passed down in the line of the organization, so are these two. So Jin holds the Morganne tattoo, and the Morganne tattoo gives him the ability to make illusions. The next character we have is Ron, who is the second half of the twin tattoo. and Ron has Horace Velgar, which Horace Velgar's scar gives him the ability to generate and manipulate ice freely. The last but not least organization is the Public Security Special Service. I about to say Special Force, Special Services. It's pretty much it is the Metropolitan Police Department's SCAR division. So if you're a SCAR user and you're a part of that police department, they automatically put you in this sector of that department, the Public Security Special Service. And pretty much they live through or their purpose in this area is to bring it under standard laws of the government, because they want to, because the government wants to reclaim this area. So they wanted to bring it back under the standard law of everywhere else. So the main the leader of this group right now is Koga. Koga has the Fafnir card, and Fafnir gives him the ability to increase his own strength and the strength of objects that he's touching. So Koga uses a sword, and with his sword, he tends to make it stronger as well as strengthen himself. The other member is Itsuki. Itsuki uses the Kyongi, which is a scar that gives him the ability to move around freely in the air. So he can pretty much like air jump, double jump, air dash, and things of that nature. So it's it's a high mobility scar. And he also uses, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, he uses a gun and a sword, if I'm not mistaken. But he primarily uses the sword. Yeah. So pretty much this anime is just about these three organizations and their members all vying for power in this area. There's another organization called Dusk that gets introduced that kind of fights and stuff. But the thing about this anime is dope because they end up running into this like evil scar called Fenrir. Fenrir. It's an evil scar called Fenrir. And for those know, that's in the Norse mythology. Fenrir is pretty much a villain, trickster god in Norse mythology. Fenrir in this anime is like just a straight up cold blood killer. He goes, he slaughters a bunch of people, and then vanishes. So it eventually goes from them fighting each other to trying to figure out who Fafnir is and how to stop him, because the power of his scar goes beyond any of their scar powers easily. And like, this anime is fun. It uses a CG animation, so it takes a minute to get used to it for me. But once I got into it, I enjoyed it. It took me about, I want to say episode 3 or 4 maybe for it to start picking up really good for me. But it has a steady, it starts off slow, but as it goes, it paces upwards, which is a plus for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Project Scar. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the video. And you know what I'm saying, that's it. Once again, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me here at planetwu. This is calwu signing off, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.
To the greatest, when you see me, success, it's a part of my nature. I'm from the deep, I know the streets, I see the nature of the beast, see the hunger, I ain't scared cause my